And so we get to the business end of the season on To Be a Legend with Chorley in the Vanarama League. Today, we will either have 2 games or 3 games, depending on how long it takes us to do one of the following 3 things. We will either be promoted, we will be promoted as champions, or we will end up in the lottery that is called the playoffs. Hello and welcome to episode 9 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we will either have, as I just mentioned in the intro, 2 or 3 games. The games that we have left to play are Darlington, Guiseley and York City, so it could be any combination of those, but since you were last with us, you will see we've had 2 home games, 2 very good crowds. We've had a 3-0 win against Farsley Celtic, which put us back on track a little bit, and Boston United, a 2-1 win there, albeit it was a little bit squeaky bum time, shall we say, as it came to that. But York City, let's have a quick look at them if we can, and have a look at their schedule. You will see that apart from the game they lost against Hereford, they have had 6 games on the bounce where they've actually won. Wins against Bradford Park Avenue, Alfreton Town, Gloucester City, Farsley, Curzon Ashton and Gateshead. So they are on a very good run. And this Rion Potts is the guy that we don't want to see really. Well, we will see him, but we don't want to see him in a situation where it is down to this last game of the season, because if it is, I don't fancy our chances at all as it currently stands. What does that look like with regards to the table, the league table? If we go to this version, we can see how it all looks and how it pans out. We are top on 95 points, guaranteed a playoff place at this stage, 39 games played, 3 to play. And we are 8 points clear at this stage against York City. That was about 15 at one point, but they've closed the gap with those 6 wins on the trot. They're certainly coming at us like a train, and with 9 points available, they can still catch us and pass us, which means we could end up, if we lose all 3 games, in the playoff positions. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. So York are there, then Hereford, Gateshead, Kidderminster, Guiseley and Fylde are the teams that we are playing in this particular run of games. We're not playing those, but that's where they are. So Guiseley is the one side that we are playing in those run of games. Anyway, without any more to do, because it could potentially be quite a long episode, let's go through to our first game of the episode against Darlington. And this is the team that we're putting out against Darlington. Irwin in goal, Hines, Baines, Leather and Trotsman in defence. Shenton and Collins in midfield. Andal, Gibbons and Newby are attacking midfield. And Riley and Cardwell are up front. On the bench we have Taylor, Halls, Calverley, Miller and Ball. So this is going to be, hopefully, the game that gets us promotion as champions, and if it is, it gives us a little bit of a dilemma which of the following games to see. One for the fans and see this out. And as you'll see, it is on telly, I think. Darlington have lost their last 2 games. Reminder of the 8-point lead that we have. Darlington down in 14th. Doesn't mean a thing, of course. We have been on a bit of a wonky run. And, yeah. And that was the early highlight. And as we progress, keep one eye on the York score. Somewhere in the middle here. Not quite seeing that. We're Leather with the long ball forward, but that's not going to be any help at all. Trotman picks up the ball to Collins. Collins back to Trotman. Trotman forward to Cardwell, to Shenton, to Riley, Andel Gibbons, Collins. Good play here. Newby with a shot and a goal. Elliott Newby, his 5th goal of the season, puts us one up against Darlington with 11 minutes gone. Is that too early? We've got a long way to go, but excellent play here. Moving the ball around nicely. And Elliott Newby, having a shot and gets that one away. Darlington now on the counter-attack. And moving it around quite nicely as well. But that's gone wide, I think, for a corner. Obviously got a deflection on the way out. Leather with a headed ball out, but they are going to pick it up and come back for another attempt. But this time Hines cuts it out. That'll go down as a clear-cut chance. And in that case, well defended. Guiseley have taken the lead against York City. It is all stacking the right way at the minute, apart from the fact that they have a free kick. But the wall blocked it, but we can break out now. Riley wins the ball. Andel Gibbons is on the attack. He's got Cardwell outside him. Cardwell picks it up, but he's gone too wide. Ball comes in. Didn't find the person he was looking for. Andel Gibbons strikes the ball against defender Hines with the cross in. Cardwell, and he's over the top. A second goal there would have been very interesting. And as it stands, we are 11 points clear of York. And I think they've equalised because that, when we were looking at it, had gone back to 88. Get confirmation of that very, very shortly. Souza, Leather with the header out. Newby is going to pick it up in midfield. Long ball out to Andel Gibbons, who pushes it in for Riley. And Riley's not got it. I think he might have been offside, actually, as it stands. Let's have a look at the York scoreline. They have indeed equalised. Not shown up here at the minute, but they have equalised after 18 minutes. Guiseley in the lead for 8 minutes, but that's 10 points as it currently stands. And with only 6 available after this, it is job done. But we don't want to count our chickens just yet. They are on the attack, and Irwin tips that over. Headed clear. Definitely putting us under quite a bit of pressure, Darlington. Bearing in mind they're down in 14th. I really should be beating them wholesale as it is. We have a throw in on the far side. Trotman to Collins. Back to Trotman. Trotman now going on a bit of a run. Puts it forward for Cardwell, but he's pushed it too far in front of him, and they then come back on the counter-attack. Hey. And we can't seem to get that ball forward. Wow, Hines to Gibbons, and Gibbons gives the ball away in a bad place, but Baines wins it back. Riley to Cardwell. Cardwell, Collins on support, and Newby now comes inside. Newby's having a go, but I think Cardwell was roaming straight and wide. Didn't you cross it? We have a throw in. Leather with a throw in to Newby. Newby to Leather. Back to Trotman. Trotman flicks the ball over the top looking for Cardwell. Didn't find him. Now they're on the counter attack. And we are a bit outnumbered here on the stretch. Oh, Trotman didn't quite make it. And he did a second time. Well defended by Trotman. But he needs to cut this ball out. And Newby picks it up. Unlucky there. He did try and get rid of that ball. But Campbell had the better of him. But he stuck with him. And blocked it. And then Newby came in to support. They have a throw right in the corner. And it's cleared upfield. Riley picks up the loose ball. Riley now across to Cardwell. No, he's going to put it away himself. 2-0. And we are on track as it currently stands. 36 minutes gone. And we are on track to win. Perfect time. Just jinked it over the goalkeeper. With the goalkeeper committed. He did have Cardwell on the outside of him. He could have flicked it across to Cardwell. I think Cardwell would have put it away very neatly. A third goal now would really put this game to bed. They are putting us under a lot of pressure. And Irwin again. I thought he'd pushed that over. It certainly looked like it. Guiseley have taken the lead again against York. This is turning out to be not quite what I expected, but needless to say, it is going our way at the moment. And we have a phantom goal again, guys. Somehow or other, we have scored a third goal. So, twice now. I don't know if you watched my gunning for the top. We had a phantom goal in that. And Riley has apparently scored another goal. But he hasn't. Not that we've seen. But they all count. So we have a phantom goal again. Over the top. And what was I saying about a third goal? Well, we've somehow got it, but not seen it. And of Gibbons now. Pushes it into Riley. Riley looking for his hat-trick as it is now. But puts it into the arms of the goalkeeper. Shenton out to handle. Gibbons. And very well played. And half-time comes. And as you'll see, we were under the cosh here a little bit. And then all of a sudden, we picked it up. And are looking quite good, apart from possession, for the lead. Right. Doing okay, guys, but keep it up. A little way to go yet. Everybody playing reasonably well. Even Hines is playing a good game here. Baines to Leather. Back to Hines. Hines. And that's the end of the early skirmish in the second half. We will try and see that goal that's gone missing. The phantom goal from Lewis Riley. I don't know if it's just an issue with the highlight system. The goal is actually scored by the game, but it doesn't actually show you the highlight. The only thing we did find with gunning for the top is when we went back to have a look at the goals highlights, the goal wasn't there either. So it just pretty much hasn't recorded it. And I suspect that will be the same here. I think probably need to add it to the bugs in the SI forums because it's definitely a problem. And I guess for YouTubers and streamers alike, it could actually, unless you actually see it live in a stream, you could actually be accused of cheating. I don't know how you cheat to score a goal, but you could be accused of cheating. But I assure you, you saw it as it happened. albeit it's a recording and it won't be edited out. So there we are. Anyway, we're on the attack again. Riley with the ball across. Newby couldn't keep that one down, but yet again a good attack. As the ball comes back across. Shenton probably the only person not having a fantastic game today. Oh, that was dropped. And booted out for a throw-in, which we're going to see. Leather with the throw-in. It's gone to Trotman. Trotman now inside to Riley. Riley looking for Newby, didn't find him, and they can actually counter-attack us. Charman coming forward. But it is blocked, and Andel Gibbons picks up the loose ball from behind the defender. Riley, nice flick around. He deserves his hat-trick, really. And Lewis Riley is going to take the penalty to try and get his hat-trick. And he's popped it away in the corner. Hat-trick Riley. We did actually see that one. So 4-0. And I don't think we're going to lose this. So we will be promoted as champions. You'll see the trophy being given at the end of this game. And I think it's high time to give a few people a rest now, having done the job. Michael Collins will bring Calvally on for him. Calvally. Newby has done his job, so we'll bring on Sean Miller. And they are first two changes. As they have a throw-in on this side. Calvally doing his first bit of work as a defender. And he won that ball. He stuck his foot in. But they managed to get it back. And Hines, he's won that ball. He's had a good game today. Admittedly, he's had a bit of a mediocre season. But he has actually had a good game. And Jarvis is in. And he's got one back. I don't think that's going to hurt us too much. Unless they score 3 goals in a lots of minutes. I think the only thing that has done for us is obviously on a goal difference perspective. But I don't think that's a major incident. Irwin was a bit late getting down to that. Really would have expected him to have saved that. But hey ho. And I think we can make that final change now. As we go into this. Shenton is tired. We haven't got anybody really to go in the middle for him. He's going to have to remain tired. Riley has eclipsed Cardwell in this game. I think what we're going to do is we're going to give Ball a run out. As both the defenders are doing extremely well today. We'll give Ball a run out in place of Carwell. Give Carwell a little bit of a breather. And Trotman going back to tidy up. He's run it out for Miller. Nearly put it straight out into touch. I'm not sure what he was doing there. And pumps the ball forward. I think that's where we missed Gumphy. Who is on international duty, by the way. Try to flop that one over the top. Andel Gibbons is having a good game as well. Riley, Shenton to Cardwell. Looking for Riley, who's being greedy, looking for his 4th. And manages to get a save out of the goalkeeper. Cardwell is now off for Ball. Rerun of this shot. Riley. And we didn't see the corner, didn't come to anything. As we know, our corners have not been... I don't think we've scored a goal from a corner all season. We need to sort that out. during the close season. Oh, defender missed that, and the header came in from Ball, but unfortunately straight at the goalkeeper. Ball cross, Hines there. As I say, he's had a very good game today. And Andel Gibbons has also had a good one. He's going to have a try here, I think. Ooh. That was unlucky. Right down to the last minute. And didn't quite have his finishing boots on. He pushed that well wide. Obviously trying to get it across to the goalkeeper, as well as trying to keep it away from the goalkeeper at the same time. Didn't quite manage it. So, folks, this is the end of the game, and we're about to see... Oh, last chance from Ball. There we go. There is full time, and we're about to see the presentation. And we've done it with 2 games to spare, which is rather spectacular. And I think what we'll do is we'll miss the guys again, go through to the York game, as York were our suitors trying to push us right to the end. And there we are. We are promoted as champions. And it was good to do it at home in front of our own supporters. Excellent. Let's go through to the dressing room and thank the boys. As you'll see, 20 shots, 11 of which were on target. Possession-wise, we didn't really have it, but 3.38 on the XG was definitely a good thing. Well done, lads. You've sealed promotion title with your performance today. Absolutely fantastic. And as you'll see, Gibbons 6.7. I would have rated him slightly higher than that. I would have nearer 7 for sure. And Hines ended up with a 7.6. But I think man of the match, definitely Riley on 9.8. He has shone in the last few games for sure. And there we are. There's confirmation with 2 games to play, 6 points available. Chorley are champions, 98 points. York City are second with 88. And Hereford are third with 81. I can only assume that York in the end drew. They did 2-2 with Guiseley. That man Potts again. And Hereford must have lost, yes, 3-1 to Blythe Spartans. So, with that all said and done, we have the budgets for next season. Let's have a look at those in a second. Gumphy has, he's actually match fit. Well, not match fit, but he is actually back on training, but he is away on international duty, which is why we're missing him for these last few games. Confirmation of winning the title. And right, so it is really messed up because, as you will see from here, it says Wingo gave the lead at 19 minutes. 19 metre screamer, 12 minutes. Pressing forward, Riley doubled Chorley's lead close range finish to the bottom corner on 34 minutes. That's 2. Riley added his second goal of the game with an audacious chip on 37 minutes. Can we see that? We may be going to see it. Or had I been sleeping? I think I have been sleeping. Hang on a minute. I have been sleeping. I hadn't missed it. Oh, man. Alec Newbingham and Riley doubled the Chorleys with a close range finish from bottom left-hand corner. We're going to have to watch these goals, guys, because I think in the excitement of everything, I must have... That's the goal we missed. I think that must have been the goal we missed. I don't... I really can't remember. I think in the excitement of it, I may have missed something. If I did, in the comments below, go, what a Burke, Mark, what a Burke. Anyway, we've won it. Chorley win the National League North. And, right, the original initial wage budget for the coming season is 12,000. If we go back to the finances, I think that's already in there now. Yeah, as is the transfer budget. We had about 7,000 because we were, or 6,000 something. So it's pretty much double because we were well over budget. And if we actually go into the Club Vision now, can we go Club Vision, please? Please. There we go. And we're working within wage budget. We're okay. Still got that down as a failed, which it wasn't. It wasn't. And yeah. So there we are. 28,000 transfer budget as well, which gives us a bit of scope. Having said all of that, we do need the extra wage budget because I think we do turn professional based on this. So we'll work our way through that lot, and we will come back. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the Guiseley game offline, and we will come back for the York City game, the final game of the season against the team that currently are second place, that have been pushing us very hard just recently. Can't overtake us now, but it should make for a rather interesting game, all said and done. And you come back, and before we look at today's team to face York City, what we will do is we will just have a quick resume of what's happened in the Guiseley game very quickly. If we go to the schedule, you will see we lost 3-2. We were 2 goals up, a goal after 2 minutes and 21 minutes from Harry Cardwell. 2 goals up and cruising quite nicely ahead of half-time. And then they scored 3 goals in the space of about 2 or 3 minutes and absolutely decimated us. Let's have a look at the goals. There, a lovely goal from Cardwell, a headed goal, and this was our second one after 20 minutes. Cardwell hitting the crossbar and managing to pick up the rebound on the line. And then with just 40 minutes gone, Gillam gets one back, and it felt like a time to dig in. We didn't. Kenyon here firing a cracking shot to make it 2-2, and then literally on the stroke of half time, sneaking under Irwin, and we were beaten. Couldn't do anything in the second half, couldn't get back into the game, and as you'll see, we were theoretically outplayed in that second half, albeit the XG for us was better. But yeah, we didn't perform. Maybe after the exertions of the game against Darlington, but there we are. That brings us to today's game and the team that we are going to put out. Pretty much the same team. Just a few tweaks. Irwin in goal. Hines, Baines, Leather and Trotman in defence. Shenton and Calverley comes in for Collins, who goes on to the bench. And Miller plays on the left-hand side in place of Andal Gibbons. Newby on the right. Riley and Cardwell continue up front, and on the bench, Taylor, Hawes, Collins, Andal Gibbons and Ball. So the in effect, the same 16 that have been selected for the last few games, just a bit of a swap around, and we have actually been into the transfer market as well. We will come to those in just a short while before we head down into our I think I've just realised that we've got a problem with the lighting. I can just see, so I'm just going to pause a second. And hopefully that is better. Not quite sure what happened there. One of the lights had jumped out of its socket, I think, and had done something very weird. But anyway, so through to the match then. Our final league game in the Vanarama National League for this season. And through to the dressing room. Sorry about that. We seem to be having lots of interruptions as well, as it turns out. Right, so we've done the team talk, and it's time for a kickoff in this final game of the season. A home game against York City. York City, who pushed us for a long, long time. And it did look at one point whether it was going to come down to this game as being a decider for the championship. But as it turned out, that win against Darlington did it for us. And yeah, be good to get a result here against York, though, just to prove a point. York on a rich vein of form, and I realistically would suggest that they stand an exceedingly good chance of being promoted via the playoffs. So convinced we will see them again next season. I will be most surprised if we don't. Long ball over the top there. Did do some adjustments to the to our corners, so it'll be interesting seeing this match in the Guiseley game. But needless to say, we didn't have many in the way of corners during the Guiseley game. But be interesting to see if we do have any. Whether it brings us any other fortunes. If not, we'll sort them out for next season. Leather with the long ball in, or with the throw in, and then I think it was Trotman with the long ball into the area, which didn't go anywhere. Shenton now to Hines, and a penalty has been given, I think. And they pick up a yellow card. And the penalty is going to be taken by Cardwell. And he puts away, I think it's his 43rd of the season. 42nd, sorry. So we go one up against York. Virtue of a penalty. And sent the goalkeeper completely the wrong way. That puts us on 99 points. Quite the 100 mark, and they've equalised. That man, Ryan Potts. Danger man all season. He's 39th goal of the season, and he's been prolific. I mean, we thought Carwell was doing well on 40-something, but Potts has done 39 as well. So, realistically, I think it was questionable that he might have been offside there, actually. So for a moment we were on 101 points there, and then dropped back to 99. And we have to be careful that they don't... but Newby now on the ball. Lovely attack, but just hung on to it just a wee fraction too long. I think that will go down as a chance. Lovely play here. And really Newby should have probably tried to get into a shooting position, pushed him out a little bit wide, and... the chance had gone. And they are on the attack here. We've got to be very careful. Oh, it's hit the post as well. Irwin was beaten down by that post. And oof. Leather with the throw in, and it's headed out, but Claverley is going to pick it up to Hines. Hines to Shenton, back to Hines. Hines trying to get the cross in, but it was blocked, defended well. Riley to Miller, Miller to Hines. Hines looking for Calverley, and what a shot that was. And not surprisingly, the the goalkeeper could do nothing more than punch the ball out, and luckily it didn't fall to anybody for them. Unlucky for us. And they have defended it. Every time they get it in midfield here, it goes on to a counter attack, which is always a bit of a worry. And running around was that man Potts again. I think Irwin had that covered and let it go. Just adjusting himself, getting it on the right foot, and bang. Half time comes and it is 1-1. Certainly had the better of the first half. Not so much on shots, but XG is 1.27 and against possession 52 against 48. So not bad, but we need to keep it up. Pump fists. We've been the better team here. Just keep doing and we'll be fine. And just told Lewis Riley that he's been unlucky. Can we tell Mike Cleverly? Right, so that's motivated him. And the second half is underway. Cardwell getting the game underway. Leather to Trotman now. Trotman having a trot and try to get that through to Newby, but Newby wasn't really on the same wavelength on that occasion. Hines with the throw into Shenton. Back to Hines. Hines with the long ball forward looking for Riley. Didn't find him. Shenton to Calverley. Calverley to Baines. Baines to find Miller. Miller inside to Riley. Riley pushes it through for Cardwell, but Cardwell was being marked pretty tightly, but wasn't on the right wavelength on this occasion. Baines to Leather. Leather to Riley. And Cardwell again. Not doing much. And Potts through, puts that one wide, thankfully. Always a danger when he gets on the ball. And I think, though there's nothing really to play for in this game, I'm pretty sure that York will want to win it in order to give them that momentum going into the end of season here. So we're going to demand a bit more first off, and then I'm just going to do a quick change up front. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap Cardwell and Riley over. I don't know that that's going to make a great deal of difference, but we'll swap them over and just confuse the defence a little bit as the ball comes out. Hines picks it up. Hines forward now. Miller picks it up but loses the ball straight away. Baines, Miller, Cardwell. Cardwell to Newby. Newby fires, but only against the defender. Far better off passing that. Too many shots, I think, sometimes. And that's gone out for a throw to York. Obviously didn't come to anything. And they have a throw in on the near side here. Shenton wins the ball. looking for Cardwell, but Cardwell having to back off. The defender just stayed where he was. It's gone out wide to Harrison, back in to the middle, and a long shot here. That's gone in, and we go 2-1 down. And I'm not sure we've got anything left in the tank. A sip of coffee because it'll make it feel better if nothing else. Right, I think we may have to go to an attacking. Nothing to lose now, and other than, of course, it would be nice to have finished the season with a. Right, for the last shout, we're going to berate the team, and we're going to go attacking. York City have got it down to 6 points, as it turns out. Right, time to do some changes as well, I think. I'm getting some tired legs on here. Let's close this down so we can see who's doing what. Trotman not having a good game out there. Claverley, he's not really been playing. Given the chance today, we're going to bring Collins on in his place for the last 20 minutes or so. 15 minutes. Miller's not had a good game out there. We're going to bring Andol Gibbons on for him. And we'll go with that for the minute. Baines with the header forward, and Fernandez. And when you look at York, I think compared to us, they have been the other two sides in this season, really. Us and York, and you can see why they've been chasing us for a long while, and they're in a rich vein of form as well. I think apart from the draw, which they drew against Boston, I think actually their run. We'll have a look at their run in a just short while. Win was equal to that. So we have transfers, and looks like Ollie Shenton is tired now. He has not had a bad game. And Andy Halls will come on for him. I'm not quite sure whether he will want to play in the Mazzala role, though. It's not his best role. But winning midfielder on the support, we need an attack. Central midfielder on attack. Oh, come on. Why is that not wanting to play ball? Central midfielder on attack. Collins. His preferred position is Mazzala on attack. Might as well go to attacking. See if we can get a goal back. And we will confirm that. And Old Gibbons. He's okay. Pretty even game. Just the one goal in it. And I think it's more a case of nothing left in the tank now. Leather with a headed ball forward to Riley. Riley out to Trotman. Trotman to Newby. Newby's cut inside. Are we going to get an equaliser here? No. Riley had the shot. And that was our chance to get back on terms and finish this season pretty much where probably we deserved this game. A fairly even game. But not to be. Leather with the throw in, and the ball's cleared, and that I think will be pretty much it. It is indeed. And we have lost the last two games of the season. So thankfully we won that game against Darlington when we did. And outstretched arms hands on hips, hands in pockets, point finger. Lucky boys, been nice to have one here, but it wasn't to be. I think that is pretty much the answer. And we finish 42 games, 98 points. York second on 92 points. And then we have Hereford, Kidderminster Harriers, Gateshead, Guiseley, and Fylde are the remaining playoff teams. We look forward now to next season. Chorley in disappointing collapse. Kirsten Ashton have gone into the regional Premier divisions. They've dropped out. So, we were talking about transfers. We are bringing in Esteen Hughes. Esteen Hughes. He is a right-sided defender. We didn't really need him because we've got Gymphy out there, which is a bit of a worry. But we have got him in. He's 18 years old, so he will develop. He is currently a 4-star, and he's got 4.5 5-star potential. So as long as we can hold on to him, he has got scope. So between him and Gymphy, on this list, does actually suggest that that he is the better of the two. But anyway, a bit of competition. 2 good players in that position. And then we've also got Kane Felix, who was playing for Guiseley. He can play as an attacking midfielder on the right side. Let's have a quick look at how this lines up. He's second best to Ogunby. So he can also play on the left. Not fantastic, but if you take Ogunby out of the equation, he is better than the rest, or at least equal to them. And as a striker, he's probably about our 5th choice striker as it currently stands. Not really got him in for that. I think more on this right-hand side as backup for Ogunby, but can play on the left as well. So good bench for him, 26 years old. And we'll give him a season, see how he gets on in this division. We'll also scout in a few others while we are at it. So the other thing we were going to do quickly, I know it's going to be a reasonably long episode, but we were going to have a quick look at York, I think, just to see how their run has been. So let's go to York City and look at their season. Yeah, as you can see, pretty much from the halfway point in the season, around about here, when we played them first time out, drew 1-1, and then their run, they lost to Fylde 4-0. That was a real kick in the pants, bearing in mind the scoring that they've been doing either side of that. Then a 2-1 loss to Hereford, and then they went on a run of 9 games unbeaten. 2 draws here against Guiseley and Boston probably held them up a little bit, helped us out. But it was all sorted on this game as well when we beat Darlington. But yeah, overall, their run-in has been good. And I would put them down as favourites for the playoffs as it currently stands. Did we get signs of how the playoffs are doing? So they won't play because they finished, as you will probably know, if we look at the league table, York and Hereford will get a bye from the first round. So it's these 4 teams that will play off in the first round. And then in the semi-finals, it will be York and Hereford who get home advantage based on the fact that they were in those second and third place. They get home advantage and they will then play for the final, which will be one of these combinations. So we will come back and find out how that all panned out when we get through to the end of season review and transfer special, which will be on our next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with future episodes. And of course, as new series are released, you'll also know about that. New episodes of this particular series are released currently every Wednesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. So why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 for all the updates and information on this channel and the new series and a lot more. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode, episode 10, which is the end of season review and transfer special, which I think is on Friday.